Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Rodriguez. Yes. And today's topic gonna be very simple, guys. It's got to do with the NFL draft with Shedeur Sanders, and what I want to talk about is control, right? And I'm gonna get into that control. Um, Shedeur Sanders, man, he uh a great kid all the way around. You look at him, ain't in no history of trouble. Number one, I want to say he's a child of God, and the reason I'm speaking of this because I can relate, and it's a good topic for me to even talk on. And it's like in life in general, sometimes is a child of God. You go through phases like what Shedeur went through, right? They want to shame you and break you in front of the world, you know, in front of the people. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for centuries. It's been going on, what I'm saying, from way from when I can remember, right? If you got this confidence, it's like an overdose, and I'm pretty sure he got this great this overdose of confidence that's running in his veins and running through his blood, and it's just hard to hold it in sometimes. We can't explain it, you know what I'm saying? It's just a common gift from God. And when you run around in the world with this in you, this young man had it in him, And I thank God for his peers. They spoke up. Hey, what about Shedeur Sanders, man? Why he ain't drafted? But it's to show people in the world, man, in today's time, man, child of God's, man, they try to X us out. So we can, they try to belittle us, you know what I'm saying, on jobs or whatever job there may be, sometimes in business fields as well. They want to make it as hard as possible, for you, and it's wrong, and I have to say it's wrong. What they did was wrong, but it's okay because the world need to see that, and that's what's deterring a lot of people from Christians being a child of God. I don't want to be no child of God. I gotta go through stuff like that, and for being yourself, like myself, I be myself wherever I go. I may wear my jewelry. I'm dress nice, and things of that nature, and I'm a ride nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that live nice, But it's like, oh, okay, that puts a target on your head because it's like, how he get a chance to live like that? How he get a chance to do that? Like Shedeur, he with his jury, and they want to analyze. I see a lot of people talking about, oh, he need to humble himself. He wearing that jewelry and stuff like that, man. If God made you how you are, and you wear your jewelry, you stand out in the crowd, don't be ashamed of it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna goddamn hike the ball on that one down, said, huh, you did what I'm saying? Because it's like this here. If you don't operate how God made you, you can't make it in this world. And like I tell guys, you know what I'm saying, and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that I run across, is like, you may see that act amongst a child of God, but at the end of the day, we have to remember the last will always be first. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's on a job. I don't care if it's on in the NFL. I don't care if it's in the NBA. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's in families. You know what I mean? That person that you want to put last will be first. And you got to know that, Christians. Don't look at yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with you internally. You know. And I don't look at myself when I go through phases like that in my life. I don't look at myself like I need to change something within me. I need to humble something within me. No, that ain't it. I don't need no human to humble me. God do the humbling. So it's like they do that to break us. So they can see us like this one day. Man, can you help me, man? Look, really look out for me, man. Man, nah, man. Nah. That ain't how it work. We don't go in this world like that, begging and pleading under control. You know, and so typically in this world, you know what I mean, it's a lot of people out here that can be controlled, so they utilize those people to their advantage. And that's what they still portraying in sports and stuff too. When they were saying, oh, he do this, he wear jewelry. These guys here we signed don't wear jewelry, this, that, and the third, but they got records, things of that nature. What's the difference? So you don't want pure. You want something that's been tampered, that's okay because you can control that, right? It's sad, but it's true. And I just want to enlighten guys today. I'm getting away from my notes. I didn't even. So places like that, they try to humble the confident one, like we're not already humble. You know, being controlled is what humble means to them now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they can control you, they feel like they can humble you. You know, like on each scenarios in life where we ain't gonna give you this because we want to see how you gonna act, change this right now, now, cause you gonna tell them about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he was doing, man. I can do this, I can do that. That's confidence. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dopamine that runs through our veins that we can't explain, and it never fades away. It just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And what they did was by trying to put him last. All we do as Christians, we tap into a supernatural power. Where you put us at the bottom and try to put us last, we tap into a supernatural power. We don't walk around with our head down because we're kings and queens, right? So we don't never drop our head. We don't matter what the storm is and what we're going through in life. We don't never drop our head. We focus and tap into that supernatural power and go to higher heights every time. Man, I can't wait to see what that boy gonna do. Shedeur Sanders gonna do this year. You know what I mean? He going to higher. He gonna show these folk, man. You put me last, and he ain't even doing it just to prove it's just what God gonna put in him because they tried to put him last. He gonna do it effortless. He ain't gonna put no extra effort into it, right? And the evil people send out a bad message to the world about the godly like this right there. That's a perfect. That's why I always talk about evil and wickedness. That's a perfect example of the evilness of this world. Why would you even do that and broadcast across the world? But the world need to see that. Godly people, we got to stick together. We got to continue to stay strong, you know, no matter the circumstances. You know, they wanted to see him act out and do something stupid because he ain't got no record. Well, maybe this a breaking. Maybe this a break his daddy Deion Sanders down in some side. After we pull this stunt right here, we gonna see. I hope y'all ready. But that boy finna show up and show out effortless. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta remember in life, effortless. We work these acts like this. No matter about them people in higher positions that can put us in different positions in our life. They see it. But you think they want that confident one in that? No, they want the one that they can control. You know, the one that don't know that much. So they can always seem smart, and that person gotta always come back to them. Hey man, you that little syndrome. Confident ones do not ever in their life go to that level in life, right? We're never like that. You know what I'm saying? So why serve God and have to go through all that this comes with? It's not easy, man. It's not easily broken. Okay, so being a child of God, why go through all of this and I got to be like this to be broken down in front of people, things of that nature? Well, let me help you out. When God give you His confidence, He give you confidence, He give you this joy, right? He give you this Trinity, you know what I'm saying? The Holy Ghost, the Spirit, all this stuff starts working in you, this wisdom, this knowledge. He give you all of this stuff. So when you go into the world, you got to remember they ain't going to accept it all the time, you know? They ain't going to accept it all the time. And so when these people not accepting that, you got to keep in mind that you still got to fulfill your mission. Until God say, shift gears, you know? You always got to have an ear to hear, you know? Because He have you go through those seasons, but not for long, you know, if that makes sense. So the message is just being given to the world in a different manner. And we just have to be aware of it, you know, because there ain't no more God out here. These people ain't talking about God nowhere, man. These kids, you talk to these young guys, man, you know, these guys don't know nothing about no God, man. You like, dang, man, really, man? You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it's true. But they're going to continue to push control. And that's what they get money out for. If they can control you, that's the secret of life. You know, they can control you and when you go to jail, things of that nature, they can control you, have you work for them for free, did that in the third, for a little bit of piece of change. You know what I'm saying? They love the control, guys. So keep that in mind. And I just want to shout out to Shedeur, man. Greatness upon your journey, young man. Don't never stop being confident and don't never let nobody change you. And that go for anybody that's watching this video today. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Despite what they don't give you, remember, You will be first. You know what I mean? You will be the lender, not the borrower. You will be a boss. You will be what God has ordained for you. Until next time, guys, God bless you.